What happened at the Madlanga Commission today shocked even the panel, as Linda made a statement that could change everything.
Until found guilty, you are innocent. I think where Ekurhuleni we failed, I'm still going to agree, is how poorly we managed the matter of Mr. Mkhwanazi. If it was well managed, again, won't be here. If the DC continued timelessly and charges were served, maybe even he could have been exonerated and won't be here still, or will be here for a different narrative.
Aren't you being unfair to the other people, considering that you explain your inaction to pursue this disciplinary process on the basis that you were given an instruction? And when it suits you, you say it's the fault of the other people. It can be both. It's you were given an instruction, you have told us, and you've tried to explain it by saying the atmosphere in the room was clear that the city manager doesn't want this disciplinary hearing to proceed, and your position was informed by that. So you acted. You explain your inaction in this aborted disciplinary process by saying there was an instruction from the city manager, and then when it comes to the others, you say, had they done things on time, it would have happened. But if we go with your version, this DC was never going to happen because there was an instruction.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, if you follow events, if we acted within the 3 months, we might have a different narrative. Chief of Police submit a tribunal request for a tribunal to take place in March already, I think around the 23rd of March. HRER division says, I'm applying my mind. IPD says, we can get these people arrested, so I don't want to spend money on attorneys. Come now while we're waiting. 24th of May is.
Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and watch till the end. Here's what Linda Gxasheka exposed that will land Julius Mkhwanazi and others in CMAX.
There. This matter is taken again by HR and EMPD, HRER division, to the accounting officer, and the accounting officer says, all of you put this thing to rest. Now, what I'm saying, Chair, is the charges remained not fully tested. It remained allegations because they were not fully tested, in the sense that go to the DC and have the outcome. And I thought the principle of law, but if I'm wrong, I'm learning today. You are innocent until you are found guilty. I think I was fearful of the fact that now that we continued, if we don't appoint him, he might take us on. Ekurhuleni, Chair, you hide documents, they find them. I'm telling you, if Mr. Mkhwanazi found this document, let's say we withdraw that, we didn't see he's going to perform in this interview, we say let's withhold and not fill the position, and he get hold of this document. I don't know if we went to courts how it was going to be. I might have not understand the principles of law, but I've learned a lot from this commission, and I think the person will continuously improve themselves and improve myself wherever I'm going. I've learned a lot. That my judgment, Chair, I'm saying the red flag is there, but when I'm thinking of the rule that says you are innocent until you are proven guilty, I could have done and consolidated those two statements or notions and come with a better judgment.
I want to suggest to you that it's not available to you or open to you to rely on that principle of innocent until proven guilty if you contributed to the disciplinary hearing not happening. It's not open to you. You can't have it both ways. You can't agree with the frustration of a disciplinary process and then later on rely on that it didn't happen and say, well, I couldn't hold it against him. It's a correct principle of law that you are quoting, but it's not available to you.
Chair, if you can clarify when you say I contributed to the disciplinary hearing not taking place, so that I can be able to answer in terms of my role.
On your version, you followed Dr. Mkhwanazi's unreasonable instruction not to discipline Commissioner Mkhwanazi. You followed that instruction, and it's unreasonable because the charges are serious. A charge sheet has been prepared. Things are at a point there may have been delays, but you are aware there's a charge sheet. It was at a point of being issued. It didn't get issued. You've seen the content of it. You know that IPID has directed that there should be a disciplinary, and you know that if you've seen the opinion that you're seeking to rely on, which we say doesn't say what you wanted it to say, if you've seen that opinion, because it does say what IPID has said. So if you read that opinion, you know that IPID has directed disciplinary proceedings, right? So you know all of that. You follow, and notwithstanding, you follow an instruction from the city manager that says, don't discipline. You follow an unreasonable instruction. So when I say you contributed, I'm saying your inaction or your readiness to follow an unreasonable, maybe even unlawful instruction from the city manager, you contributed to the DC not running. And so you can't say, well, now when it's time for interviews, I thought the DC, there was no DC against him when you had a hand in it not happening.
Chair, I get your context, Commissioner, that when I got to find out about this matter in August 2023, the way I think the report is being read, the one of the forensic report, and I don't want, I'm not sure if we must go there. I'll still stand by my conviction that in my report, if it's read in its entirety, I will never agree that I fully complied with the instruction. If the instruction says you stop this DC, you don't continue on anything. And I get the notion and the premise that says, no, you guys were looking at labor cost. But I'm still appealing to the Commission that maybe the report is read once more. And as I say, my intention in the reports and some of the allegations in that report should be read the way I intended to have this matter dealt with. I get the situation where we speak about the comma and the full stop. But I'm still saying when you read allegation 4, where it says disciplinary matter relating to Julius Mkhwanazi was not properly managed by the city, it has a comma. After that comma, it goes and says, then it also resulted to unnecessary legal cost. I'm taking that. While I'm taking the brunt that we shouldn't have been here, but I still appeal to the Commission that the notion, you will make your determination, but the notion that says we're trying to protect Mkhwanazi, I don't think it was necessarily the case. We could have done things better. And you are right when you say the instruction could have been done, not observed, and done differently. And I thought my approach to perpetually seek information about this matter and my intuition that says you cannot let this matter rest. And the latest where I've never, well, everybody stopped. My last acting on this matter, it was in October 2025. Nonetheless, decisions are made, Chair, by those who are listening and how they hear matters. I hear you, Commissioner, that I contributed for not having the matter to sit. It only said when Dr. Mkhwanazi is gone. I take that. Nonetheless, again, I'm going to say during the time I was dealing with the matter, my notion on the events is we have, Ekurhuleni have not tested the allegations. Therefore, it's difficult to say the employee is not going to compete, and we could have still